Hi, so my name's Ollie from Edge to Edge SEO, and I specialise in helping flooring companies increase their online visibility and increase the amount of sales and leads that are coming through their site, so you can continue to grow your flooring company and take it to the next level. So in this video, if you're looking to get found by more of the right people that are ready to spend money with your business, then this is for you. So what I'm about to show you in this video is how you can create the right content that increases brand awareness, positions you as experts and an authority that makes you more money within the flooring niche. So I'm about to run through a blogging strategy that's going to allow you to dominate search engines and the web for your niche within flooring. And blogging should be a key part of every online marketing strategy. But unfortunately, more often than not, blogging is not done right. And make sure you stick around to the end of this video, where I'll be giving away something incredibly useful that's going to help you with your blogging strategy. So let's get into the video and I can show you how to create blog content that will get your local flooring company more customers. So first of all, let's quickly go over the benefits of why you should be creating blog content for your local flooring company. So the first thing is it's going to be increased visibility. The more good quality content that you're creating, the more opportunity you have to get more eyes on your content and on your brand. The next is establish trust and credibility. By writing good quality content on a regular basis, you're establishing that trust, you're showing you're a good quality source of information within the flooring niche. The next one is to rank higher in search results. So by creating good quality content, it's going to help with the overall ranking of your website, and not just for the blog content but also the money keywords as well, so the transactional keywords that you're going to be targeting on your location pages. The next is that it helps you become an authority. So again, a little bit like building trust and credibility. If you continue to create good quality content over a long period of time, people are going to see you as an authority within that space. And then leading on from that, it's going to also position yourselves as experts. So, you know, if you compare two flooring companies, one company is not putting any content out at all, and the other company is constantly putting out good quality content, if you had to choose between the two and you didn't know either of them, who are you going to pick? Who are you going to see as the expert? The one with absolutely no content, no credibility, or the one with lots of good quality content? And this is all going to result in you getting more inquiries through your site. So you're going to be driving the right kind of people to your site through the blog content. But like I mentioned a minute ago, you're also going to be pushing up the money keywords, the keywords where you're targeting a particular product or service within a particular location. This is then obviously going to equate into more sales. And then a lot of the stuff that I just mentioned, so the credibility, establishing trust, the building authority, it's going to help with converting those people that do land onto your site. And then of course this is all going to result in more profit, revenue and cash flow for your business, allowing you to keep growing your flooring company, allowing you to take on more staff, allowing you to invest more into marketing, and allowing you to do the things that you enjoy outside of your business as well. So what's going to be covered in this video? I've broken it down into 7 steps. So the first thing we're going to need to do is pick a sub niche. The second is going to be to create a topical map. The third is to create tier 2 content first. The fourth is to create more content. The fifth is internal link that content. The sixth is to promote that content. And the seventh is to continue to create content. Now obviously at the moment a lot of these points aren't going to make any sense, but I will explain every single point in good detail as we go through. So we just went through some of the benefits of blogging and how it can impact your business. Now we're just going to quickly touch on why it's actually important for your website and for your business as well. So the first thing is it's your company's voice. Your blog on your website is what you have full control over. So that should be the main place that you're adding your best content to. And on your blog, you can give your own opinions and you can show why you're unique. The second, as we just touched on, it's your platform. No one else owns this apart from you. It's not like creating content and posting it to YouTube, posting it to Instagram or Facebook. They're not owned by you. They can kick you off Facebook, Instagram, YouTube in a second. Your own website is your own website, meaning that you can just post whatever you want on there and no one can kick you off of it. So all of the other channels that I just mentioned, all of the other social media channels, should be used to direct people to your website. Even when you talk to people face to face, that's a way of directing people to your site and getting more eyes on your brand so you can demonstrate your expertise. Another reason why blogging is important is because it opens up opportunities. It allows you to connect with other website owners and other flooring companies to gain exposure. It gives you more leverage to make deals and build relationships. So, you know, if you're creating really good content, it is going to get noticed. You know, if you're consistently creating this good quality content week by week or month by month, over the years, you are going to start building more connections within the flooring industry with other people that are blogging about it. with other local flooring companies, you're going to get noticed by other people. Not only that, but also when you are creating blog content, you're going to need to promote it, which we're going to cover later on in this video. And when you do start promoting your blog content, it's another way of building connections with other people in similar industries and similar businesses to yours. And another really good reason to be blogging regularly on your website is because it acts as pillar content. You could create this content on your own website first, then you distribute that content in different formats across the different platforms. So your website would always act as the place where you put the best and original content, and then you would then repurpose that content for the other platforms and the different formats. Generally, you'd want to start with long form content. When you do write this content on your website, you're going to want to make sure it's good quality, it covers everything in enough detail, and then that can then be repurposed into multiple pieces of content. So next we're going to talk about blogging downfalls, and what I mean by this is what I see other people doing on their website. And a lot of these issues are very common, and you see it in a lot of small local businesses like yours. So most companies don't actually have a strategy, or they just don't post at all. So if you haven't got a strategy, you're going to be posting content with no sort of aim, no goal, and no structure. If you're not posting at all, then you're not getting any kind of content out there at all, and no one's ever going to see your brand. So if we break this down a little bit further, the most common issues that I see is that companies often write poor content, they post irrelevant content, the content has no purpose, it's poorly researched, it doesn't rank, so it's not optimized for search engines, it isn't focused enough, no one ever reads it, and it has no structure. So let's get into the blogging strategy. So the first thing you need to do is you need to start with one sub niche. So what do I mean by that? What I mean is that a flooring company often has multiple types of flooring and services that they offer. So you could offer carpet, wood, laminate, LVT, commercial, and lots of other things. So you're better off focusing on one sub niche as opposed to flooring in general, or trying to target all of those in one go. By getting laser focused on one particular sub niche, you're going to have a lot more success on search engines and marketing. So the way to pick a sub niche is you need to first decide what is your most lucrative service and what is the service that you enjoy most. The second thing you need to do is work out what do you have the most knowledge in. The third thing is what do you have the most experience in. The fourth is what do you want to actually grow in your business. And then the fifth is what has the most demand. So out of those questions, you're just going to want to find the service or the product that fits best within all of those questions. And it's not to say that you're not going to target the rest of your products and services, but this is a starting point. This is where you need to start. So once you've decided on the sub niche that you're going to target, you need to create what is called a topical map. So what is a topical map? A topical map is basically if you was to choose the service carpet or carpet supply and fit, then you need to think of absolutely every single possible question and keyword that relates to carpet. And you need to answer every single one of those questions and every single one of those keywords so that over time your website is a web of knowledge about carpet. So the next thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to tier the content in order of importance. Generally you have 4 tiers. You have tier 1. Tier 1 would be the sub niche, so that would be in this instance in the example we're using carpet. Tier 2 would be the next most important topics relating to carpet. Tier 3 would be the next most important topics relating to the Tier 2 topics. And then Tier 4 would be going even deeper into the topical map, and you're giving people even more information if needed. So once you've picked your sub niche, the first thing you're going to want to do is write out all of the Tier 2 topics. So if it was carpet, Tier 2 topics would be carpet installation, it would be types of carpet, it might be styles of carpet, how much does carpet cost, and anything else that you can think of that is the most important questions and topics that need to be answered first. Then once you've created that Tier 2 content, start going deeper and deeper into Tier 3 and Tier 4. Now don't go any deeper than Tier 4, because if you can imagine, this is going on your website. So if you start going deeper than Tier 4, that's going to make your website very complex. It's going to be harder for search engines like Google to crawl, and it's going to be harder for people to find that content that's gone too deep. So 4 is as deep as you go, and you don't always have to go as deep as 4. Sometimes you only need to go as deep as 3. So there really is no science to creating a topical map. It really is about you brainstorming the different keywords that relate to other keywords within your sub niche. So you can brainstorm it initially, you can then use keyword tools, you can then use Google, you can then ask people, customers or family and friends. And you can also use existing site data from Google Search Console. So once you've created your topical map, the next thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to create the content. So you're going to want to start creating the articles, and you're going to want to optimize that for search engines. So to optimize for search engines, in every single article that you create, you're going to want to make sure that you're targeting a new keyword. You're going to want to make sure that the article has good structure, so meaning you've got heading 1s, 2, 3, 4. You're making sure that it's easy to read, it's well written, it's well researched. And then you're also going to create the top tier content first, but then focus on the winnable keywords. So what do I mean by this? I basically mean your top tier content is going to be your tier 2 content. So make sure you get the top tier content created first, even though the keywords that you're going to be targeting for the tier 2 content are probably going to be the most competitive. You just need to get that content created first, so then you can start going deeper into the content. You can start targeting those less competitive keywords, and you can start winning those less competitive keywords. That is going to drive people to your site initially. So once you've started creating these articles and you start getting these articles on your website, the next thing you're going to want to focus on is making sure that you've got a good internal linking strategy. So you're going to want to be linking from new articles back to old articles, and from old articles to new articles every time you're publishing more content on your site. And like I said earlier, you're trying to create a web of information on your site. So if you can imagine someone is going onto your site, then they see internal links to other related articles within the articles they're reading. This is going to create a really good user experience, and it's also going to be really good for search engines when they're crawling through your site as well. And if you're creating content on one sub niche, so for example carpets, then all of the internal links you're doing are going to be linking to other carpet articles. This is really going to start painting a picture of you becoming the expert for carpets, and Google's going to see this as well. So what do you need to do now? The first thing you need to do is you need to download my topical map sheets. So I've actually created topical map sheets for a number of different services within flooring. So this gives you a good starting point. So if you download these, you can see the keywords that you need to target first. You can see the tier 2 content that you need to create first. You can see the tier 3 content that you need to create after that, and then the tier 4 content after that. So I've created some free sheets that you can download. That is going to be a really good starting point for you. Once you have these sheets, you need to pick a sub niche first. So I've tried to cover all of the most common products and services within flooring, but there might be something that I haven't covered that you're going to have to create from scratch. You then need to develop the topical map further. So although I have created these topical maps within the different services of flooring, you still need to think about adding new content to them. You still need to run your own eyes over them, decide what other content needs to be added to them. Like I said, these sheets are just a starting point. You then need to create a content calendar. Now, from the sheets that I have created, I have actually created a content calendar for you as well. That's part of this free download. So I've pretty much created a year's worth of content that you could create for your business. Once you have the content calendar in place, the next thing you're going to want to do is set posting goals. So for example, I would say the minimum any company should be posting is 1 article per month, but ideally 2 articles per month would be the sort of sweet spot. So if you've got the capacity to write 2 articles per month, then I would say do that. If not, then stick to 1. The one thing to note though is that getting more content out for the sake of speed and for the sake of getting more content out is not the way to do it. You should always focus on getting the best piece of content out, and if it takes you a month to create 1 piece of content that's going to be really good, as opposed to 1 month to create 2 mediocre pieces of content, then you should just go with the 1 piece of content per month. As your business starts growing and you get more resources and you have more money, then you can start hiring content writers, or you can start hiring agencies like mine, and we can start helping you creating this content on a monthly basis or 2 monthly basis, or as much as your budget permit. And then lastly, stay consistent. And this is probably the hardest thing for any business or any individual that runs a company, is staying consistent with content. When I'm saying stay consistent, I'm saying you need to be posting content at the minimum of once per month for years and years and years, because that's how marketing works. You don't just post loads of articles within 6 months then stop posting. You have to continue posting those articles month after month, year after year, and slowly it compounds and you get more and more traffic and you get more and more customers, and then you can look back and see how lucrative marketing is for you, but only over a long period of time. So a quick summary of what we've gone over in this video. So blogging needs to be part of every digital marketing strategy. Most companies are wasting their time and they do not have a strategy, or they're not posting anything at all. And like I mentioned, they create poor content. Don't waste your time with creating poor content, because it will affect the quality, the overall quality of your website in a negative way. Pick a sub niche, pick one niche of flooring. It's going to be hard for you to really just focus on one niche when you're selling all these other products and services at first, but trust me, if you pick one sub niche, so for example carpet or laminate, LVT, wood flooring, whatever it is, if you stick with that one sub niche for a long time, I'm talking years, you will build massive authority within it, as opposed to just being sporadic and just sort of creating content in all the different areas sort of with no sort of real plan or structure. Create a topical map. Use my topical maps and you can see how I create them, and you can then add to them, or you can create new ones from scratch. Create a content calendar. I've already done this for you as well. So use my content calendar, amend it, change it how you want, or just use exactly what's on there. But one thing I would advise is there's going to be a lot of other flooring companies that are downloading that content calendar. So do not just copy and paste the titles of the articles that I've suggested. Make your own titles and, you know, put your own little spin on it to make it unique to your business. And then get writing, get publishing, and stay consistent. And trust me, your website's traffic will explode if you do this on a consistent basis just for one sub niche. So there you have it, creating blog content that gets your local company more customers. So you can download the free topical maps and the content calendar by going to my website, which is edge2edgeseo.com/flooring-blog-content. So that's it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you've got any questions, just let me know. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Give it a thumbs up, because that's going to help with the algorithm and help me get seen by more people. And then also check me out on all of the other socials, so Instagram, Facebook and Twitter. So I hope you found it helpful, and I'll catch you in the next video.